I want to do a quick talk on what is permaculture and how it differs from gardening and organic gardening. Because today someone says, oh, you're not, a Permies guy, you are basically a gardener. Well, I'll show you what a gardener does. Here's a good example of a gardener. A gardener, a traditional gardener, and he may be an organic gardener, and I'll talk about that, does this. He has pots, and he's got plants in them. This is a gardener, right? He doesn't care about the wind. He doesn't care about anything except for growing. He's got good soil, and I put a few worms in there that I dug up, threw them in there for him. And that's a gardener. Now, an organic gardener is someone who would just use, natural fertilizers, cow dung or whatever, and not use any chemical pesticides or herbicides. That's the difference. And maybe he used worm tea and other things. Now, a permaculture person actually looks at the whole design of the environment, everything from the soil to the wind to the sun, and asks itself, how can I improve the natural workings of nature to increase and create a sustainable gardening experience. The other thing is, you notice everything is a monoculture for gardeners. They put all their tomatoes together and all their apples, all their tomatoes and all the strawberries and everything else. In permaculture, we build something called what's known as a forest garden, and we use the natural relationship of plants to work together. So there's a lot of beneficial, like for example, my farm, you'll see tomatoes and basil working together, and also I have a sunflower growing up that will be a support, as you'll see in my talks. So permaculture ultimately is focused on three things, and one is, and I've modified the three because I don't agree with them, and the three being care for the planet, not care for the earth, care for the planet. The reason why I like planet is because it gives me an idea, an image of the world, the planet. We are on a planet, okay? The planet is called Earth, but ultimately we want to care for this planet. And the second thing is care for life. Not care for people, but care for life. Because the problem is when we say care for people, we're saying that we're better and we're more important than that bee or that insect, and we're not. Because without that bee, without that pollinator, we can't get the fruit. Without those microorganisms in the soil, without worms, agriculture is dead. So care for life, not just our life, but every life. And the third thing is share the surplus. Now, in permaculture, what they mean by share the surplus is with other people. What I mean share the surplus, share it with the other animals that come and eat, whether it's a deer, whether it is, a caterpillar. I got a picture of a caterpillar, and I checked on him today. He's eating away on this one green, like I care. It's surplus. I don't need, I've got other ones. So it's a beautiful, green caterpillar. He's grown in one day. He's massive, and hopefully he's going to make a cocoon, and I'm going to see him come out, and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful butterfly that's going to go off and pollinate. Now, in farming, we would use a pesticide, or in even organic farming, we would kill it. Oh, there's a caterpillar. Get it out, kill it. In permaculture, we care for life. Or in my vision of permaculture, we care for life, and we share the surplus. So, in caring for life and sharing surplus, I let that caterpillar go about its business, and not intercede. So for me, permaculture is a philosophy of dealing with, number one, you as you interact with the space around you. That's fundamental. And by setting up, pick your own gardens, or forest gardens or whatever, or bee sanctuaries, that's a permaculture activity. It starts with you. It starts at home. All the other stuff that these people are talking about, the big waffy vision, everything else, Who cares? If each and every one of us would focus on the here and the now and focus on those three things in our daily life, care for the planet, care for life, and share the surplus, not just with your friends and your family, but with the creatures around you, will make this world the kind of world that we need to live in.